Alright guys, so in my earlier video I showed you how to draw a simple mandala, and now we're going to turn it into a color wheel. And we're going to use color pencils, so you need to have your 3 sharpened pencils. Red, yellow, blue are primary colors. And so I've got my mandala, and one of the first steps is that it can be a little confusing as you color it, and you might get things in the wrong place. So I'm going to go ahead and just label my mandala, yellow, and then to green, to blue, to violet, to red, and then my last color, orange. So that's going to be my color wheel. And again, you can kind of see yellow, green, blue, violet, red, orange. So now we're going to start coloring this. And I think coloring the primary colors makes sense. We don't need to review that. So to save time, I've got this one prepped. But I really want to talk about how we work with colored pencils when we mix them. You can mix colored pencils almost like you do paints. The difference is paints truly mix. They're liquid. So when you mix them, that yellow and blue truly turns into green. When you work with colored pencils, it's what we call optical mixing. The pigments never truly merge, but our eye merges them or blends them. So I'm coloring this section for green. I'm going to start with yellow. Now, I always like to start with my lightest color. So for green, I have the choice between yellow and blue. So yellow is going to be the best choice. So I'm going to color it. One thing I've done too now is that I'm going to work in layers, and I want to make sure to color softly. I want the color to still be a little, or paper to be a little rough, so that I can still blend my blue on top of it. I don't want to press down. When you press down really hard and you get your paper almost polished, we call that technique burnishing, and I don't want the paper burnished yet. Instead, I want it to be rough so I can keep layering these colors. So I'm beginning to get that illusion of mixing, but not yet. So it's not as simple as just putting a little yellow and a little blue. And instead, with color pencils, you got to keep sort of just layering the colors over and over. Now, eventually, I do start pressing harder. Eventually, my paper might start feeling a little burnished by the pencils. I'm going to get a little more saturated color. And that's how you mix color pencils. So just as you can mix an infinite number of colors using paints, you can do the same with pencils. You're not limited to the pigment of the pencil. Rather, you can start with a color, blend another color in, neutralize with the opposite. So all the things that we've learned with using paints and pigments works with pencils. Thank you.